Hey everybody. In this video I want to go over question 6 from your Module 4 Section A Programming Practice to create an account username. In questions 1 through 5 you learned how to use the string class methods to create a username that was made up of the first initial of your first name with the first 3 initials of your last name with the last 4 digits of your student account number. So in your application activity, you're going to use those same concepts to create a temporary password. And the temporary password is made up of the first initial of the last name, the first initial of the first name, and the first 4 digits of your account number. So the first thing you had to do in this program was to declare 3 new variables. This was a mistake that a lot of people made. Instead of declaring 3 new variables, you reassigned the values to the variables already created. So here is my account name program. The first step was to open this program. And these are the variables on step 11 and 12 that were created to do questions 1 through 5. On question 6, you had to declare new variables that were going to store the first initial for the last name, the first 4 digits of the account number, and to do the temporary password. You did not have to do this at the beginning of the program, but it is best Java convention to put all of your variables up here at the beginning. This is where coders like to see the variables that'll be used in a program. So we've already written the program to get the first name, the last name, and the account number. We wrote the program to get the first initial with the subscreen method. Start at index 0, get 1 character. We used the method to get the first 3 initials from the last name. Start at index 0, get the first 3 characters. And then we got the last 4 digits of the account number. Since we're getting the last digits of the account number, we can say start at index 5. And when you don't have an ending number, it means you go to the end of the account number. So this got the characters at indexes 5, 6, 7, and 8 for that account number. And then we went ahead and we concatenated. We put together the first initial plus the last initials plus the last 4 to make our username. So use those skills to create the first initial of your last name. Last name dot substring 0, 1 will get the first initial of your last name. I now have a first initial stored here. Get the first 4 characters of your account number by using the substring method. Start at 0, go up to 4. It gets those first 4 digits and it stores them here. My temporary password needs to be concatenated. It needs to put together my first initial with my last name plus the value that's been stored in first initial, which you did earlier in the program, the value we stored in first 4. That plus sign is our concatenation. And then our final step would be to print out our temporary password. So our temporary password is temp password. And again, I've already added the comments here, which you were asked to do in number 5. Number 6, we're going to compile our program. So let me bring that back up here. I'm going to click on compile and show you that it compiled. Step number 7 is to execute our program. So this is my account name program. I am going to run this. Let me get my output window in here. Enter your first name, press enter. Enter your last name, press enter. Enter your 9-digit account number. Remember, we're using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Don't enter any of your personal information. And you can see we have a temporary password that is printed out with the last initial, or the first initial of my last name, the first initial of my first name, and the first 4 of my last name. So here we are. Follow the directions to do this and resubmit question 6 for this program.